What it do? Welcome to the wheat field, y'all. Welcome to you. I feel like a little dance energy. Spirit says celebrate. Give yourself a round of applause. It says celebrate early. So I'm thinking somebody needs to anticipate a win, like a celebratory event, something that you are anticipating. Hopefully, good news, beloved. And Spirit says celebrate early. Like it's gonna attract some sort of celebration into your life. And I know that because they pulled this book and they got a mark on the page on the law they want to discuss, beloved. So we are going to get going. We thank y'all so much for everybody that will tap into the Tears and We Tarot show where you sure enough never know what you're gonna get. Beloved, you just never know. You never know. I'm getting the energy of giving somebody a nose kissy. I don't know what that's about. But whoever taps in, somebody might like that. You might resonate with that energy. Maybe somebody does that to you. Um, it could be significant for some reason. My little incense holder, y'all, is struggling. We got it to stand up. Hmm. Well, my name is Lati. Hi, I am a channeled reader. I'm a channeled messenger, spiritual reader, right? And we are a willing and surrendered vessel onto the Most High God, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the ending, for them to use to bring these messages through us onto you. And we pray that the message is self-edifying first and foremost. We ain't gonna feed you nothing we wouldn't eat. It's just what it is, right? We need to be strengthened spiritually to bear the yoke that's on these shoulders, right? And we hope to overflow, and it goes out to meet all of you in the wheat field, and you receive it, and you're spiritually edified, full, strengthened too, beloved, and that you can bear the yoke that's on your shoulder, and that you overflow. And we meet in the middle with unity, clarity, for this is giving prosperity. I'm hearing prosperity. It's something, I don't know, it's another P that's coming through. I'm seeing words like property. I don't know what property is about, but if there is some sort of property that belongs to you, I pray that everything that belongs to you is restored onto you, right? Your Akashic inheritance, the fullness of it, whole, complete, nothing broken and nothing missing is what I'm getting. I pray onto you. Spirit said the cup of the day, hopefully you can see it, is hope, pray, and faith. I don't know if this symbol is significant. Hey, Sammy, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you, right? If that's significant to somebody, you could be a survivor of this dis-ease. Um, Kindness in the chat. I'm not for sure with somebody coming over to the house or what that was. But anywho, if you are somebody who is recovering from this, I'm getting a cause for celebration. I'm getting good news, like celebrate early. It's like counting yourself as a victor, right? Don't succumb to the mindset or the thought of anything that anybody could be saying to you in terms of prognosis. It's like, no, the Most High God has the last word. You can be healed. There's multiple avenues, and it's definitely giving me that energy. When they pulled the cup, I was like, ooh, okay. So, but the message of hope, pray, and stay faithful is always good, Ashe. Yes. So, like I was saying, we are a channeled messenger. We are a spiritual reader. The spirit brings the channeled messages, and then they use the tarot to support it. I thank you so much, Sammy. I appreciate you for being here. We are a different tarot show, right? It's not like the usual. We are not just like a tarot reader. We are a channel messenger. And the spirit brings the cards to support what they already said, beloved. So that you may hear it, you may see it, and then yet believe it. They did give us this text, the 12 laws of the universe. And that card says take a divinely guided chance. So I'm not for sure what the spirit is guiding you to do, but it is giving us the law of universal laws. It's saying laws universal and the law of attraction. Number three is coming out. Y'all, look, we about to attract a new nail file because we, broke our nail. It was lifting and we went to go fix it and now the drill is not working. So we are celebrating, clapping the receipt of a new drill. Ashe is giving just that. And they also gave us the energy of cleansing our hand chakras. Yes, hand chakras. Because we have way more than just the seven that we got going on here. We have ear chakras that we need to tune so that we can hear the spirit speak to us, hear your spiritual guidance. Your hand chakras, when you clap them, they activate and they actually send a resonance through the ether so that you can receive what you're praying for, what you're celebrating early for. So think about your extended chakra system and how you can activate them. The spirit has been giving us the mantra of activation 360. 360. When I say like complete all around surrounding and activating all of your chakras and bringing them into activation and alignment, not only do you repair your auric field, grounding is good, right? Repairing your auric field, making sure your whole force field around you is operating, everything is alignment, nothing's off, it's not shifted, so that you are not only attracting law of attraction, but you are also repelling what doesn't belong, beloved. So it's working both ways. So let's get into this. The law of attraction. Thank y'all so much for sticking around through that spiel. I feel like we got our audience. What is it like onto itself is drawn? What is like onto itself is drawn? What does that mean? When you vibrate with a certain thing, you become its frequency. You're on the same wavelength. That pulls into you. Hey, Miss Marianne, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much for tapping in, beloved. This says we literally were just talking about vibrating with what it is that you want and celebrating that thing early, right? Activating those hand chakras. When you clap, it's giving that thing, right? We wonder why, like in a lot of religious sects, you have praise teams and they clap and it's that resonance. It's like I'm trying to remember what is the name of it. I think it's tapwa is how you say it, but it's like the action of clapping your hands in the resonance in the frequency that it makes. It's one of those things that's very powerful when we are celebrating, we are praising, we are, lifting that vibration up. We are really putting out that high frequency resonance. And every time you clap, it's like a proclamation or a declaration that what you are celebrating is already done, beloved. Like you are celebrating the victory. You are celebrating the triumph. You are reaffirming to the universe that you believe that it's already done, and I'm praising it now before I even see it. And Spirit put in the description, celebrate early, right? It's something about celebrating early before it's done. It's like putting that extra on your faith. Changing from faith to belief is what it's giving. So this says, oh look, this is law number 3, and the page happens to be 21, which breaks down to 3. So synchronicity. We celebrating that new drill, cause baby, that nail got to be fixed, okay? And we do it ourselves. We ain't gonna pay nobody no coin for nothing that we can do. That's what I'm just saying. Anywho, going back to the law of vibration, we know that everything has a unique vibration, a unique vibration. The law of attraction says that vibrations of the same frequency attract each other, which is why if you, whatever you are trying to attract into your life, you have to become that frequency, right? You want to manifest money into your life. I'm talking about big money. I'm talking about life changing money. Then you have to resonate with that internally. If you have doubt that it could be you, if you can't see yourself in that position, you cannot attract it to you. You have to be it, to walk it, to talk it, all of it in order to attract it, right? So we attract what we are internally, not just what we think we want to be. It says higher frequency thoughts, more, get that out. Communication, Mercury retrograde. Hang on in there with your girl. Anywho, Higher frequency thoughts attract more of the same things, just as lower frequency thoughts attract more of the same thing. When you can keep the vibration high, you will notice that things seem to grab or come your way naturally. I don't know what is this retrograde. I can get words out. It's something about stumbling all over them. It's something about what you want to say, what we want to communicate, what we could see, what we could feel, what we can hear. When we go to put it out there and to say it, to vocalize it, it's just like all over the place. And like, ugh, I'll be glad when this energy passes. Thank you. So, higher frequency thoughts attract more of the same things, just as lower frequency thoughts attract the same thing. And so, Spirit literally just said, right, it's not just about what you think. Why? Because where are those thoughts generating from? It's outside of self. Well, inside, see, outside of self, that's not right. It's backwards. The thoughts come from inside itself, from your heart chakra. I don't know what it is. Y'all, please be patient with your girl. I don't know why this energy is coming out so backwards. So I don't know if it's like a mirroring effect or some sort of energy that wants you to get it wrong. Getting that, right? It's something that wants you to get it wrong. And this is a very important time of the year considering this is Lionsgate portal, right? Like we're manifesting our highest, and it's important for you to get it right. It's something about doing things the right way. It's something about following the laws, Ashe, like the laws of the universe, how we attract in our highest timeline, our highest potentiality. And there will be forces that will come against you because they don't want you to meet your highest timeline. They don't. When you understand that how you generate your thoughts is coming out of your heart chakra, is coming up from your root. Do you feel stable? Do you feel secure? Do you feel safe? Right? Because if you don't feel stable, you don't feel secure, right? You don't feel safe, then you can think thoughts that are based on fear and insecurity. And those are the things that we are manifesting. You may have a nervous heart. That nervous heart could keep you from taking risks. It can make you hesitate. It can make you miss opportunities. It can have you speak out again from those unstable emotions. And what you're saying and what you're thinking will manifest. You will attract that resonance in that frequency. So think about the things in your life or the people who sow the seeds of doubt, who sow the seeds of fear, that why you may feel insecure or unsafe or unstable in any kind of way. Those emotions, root chakra being off, root chakra being blocked, unable to feel grounded and rooted, right? Like again, that stabilized energy, it affects everything all the way up, including your thinking. So somebody may really need to work on getting their chakras in alignment, and I'm getting 360. Call all of your chakras from a 360 standpoint into activation and command them to come into alignment and do what you need to do. Ask the spirit to reveal onto you how do you support your full system, like your integrated systems. What is it that you need to do? If you need to go outside and ground and hug a tree, go speak to the trees, the bushes, and get out all of your thoughts, all of those feelings that have given you that insecurity, so that you can really ground yourself. You can heal. You can remove any inflammation in the body. You can calm and ease your system. You can get into your sacral chakra where all of your creativity comes from, your kingdom space where all things are possible. You are limitless in that space. Any and everything can exist. And you take all of that up into your solar plexus to power yourself. That power, that inner strength, that willpower, the willingness to do the work, and knowing that you can do it, putting that into your heart. That's the filter. It's going to be like, yeah, these are the intentions. These are the desires. This is what we want. Your mind and your heart will come into alignment. You can work on reconciling that before you speak anything out. Because what you're thinking and what you're feeling have to come into agreement. If they're not in agreement, then you will speak chaos, you will manifest chaos. Something does not want your heart and your mind to come together. Because even when we said heart, this is not our heart, right? It's our head, our mind. So I'm getting something wants you to be off. It wants to cause a little bit slight of a divergent, just enough for you to say it wrong, to get it wrong, so that what you manifest is not what you are intending to receive. It's a little bit off, and it's designed to keep you. I'm getting somebody wants you weak in the knees. I don't know what that shit is about, but it's like they don't want you to have the strength to stand up on your own and go for whatever it is that you really want. And as we've been talking about root chakra, this card sitting here says roots of stability. So it's definitely something about being stable, like from the root, like knowing. It's something with the tree, right? Those roots run deep and it stabilizes the tree, right? So therefore, when the winds of change come in blowing, you're not uprooted. You're not, your foundation isn't destroyed, any of it. You are stable, you're rooted, and you're grounded. That's the basis. Your connection, not just to, it's giving me your connection in the roots to Gaia, because there's another chakra, the Earth Star chakra, that really like sends your energy rooted into the ground, and you receive the information up from Gaia back into you. It's a two-way exchange. You're downloading to Gaia, and Gaia is uploading to you. The same way you're uploading to the ether, and the ether is downloading to you. It works both ways. So to have your system in alignment and it's given 360, not only are you communicating effectively between Gaia, where we are here in this earth school, and the ether where we come from, right? That communication is free flowing. It's given, yeah, it's definitely keeping the lines of communication open, where it is not convoluted, it's not complicated, it's not confused, it's not bottlenecking, there's no interference. Exactly, this is what I'm getting. Hey Kai, thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you so much. And then it's giving something about celebrating you. It's celebrating you early. It's something about you clapping and really activating your hand chakras and that resonance, that frequency of celebration going out into the ether, so that that frequency can return back onto you. So, what's going on inside of you, Lee? Like, which chakra is off and that's causing communicative interference, and you need to come back into alignment for clarity. It's given, and something about eating too, right? So pay attention to your diet. I'm seeing a card that says eat healthier for somebody. You may need to eat more live foods, more nutrient rich, electric type of foods, beloved. Spirit has been bringing us a lot in terms of even water, right? We are 70% water. Water holds memory. It conducts electricity, like so many things that the water does. But it's something about having high vibrational electric live water, and we get a lot of that from our fruits and vegetables. So watermelon is a great one, cucumber is a great one, lettuce is a great one. So like, people used to talk about head lettuce all the time, like don't eat head lettuce, it's just mostly water. There you go. It's where you should get your water from, right? It's full of electrolytes, it has chlorophyll, it has all these things that we need in order to truly hydrate the body, so that your electrical signals are free flowing and the communication within your organism, the vessel, is free flowing. So it's giving me that. So for somebody, think about where you're getting your water from, and is it electric? Is it live, beloved? Is it giving you what you need to communicate effectively? That's what they said. It says when you can keep your vibration high, you will notice that things seem to go your way naturally. Naturally, you don't have to force it. You never have to force it. If you feel like you're forcing something, you are working against the flow of the universe. You are automatically out of alignment, right? Things that usually disturb you don't seem to matter. You will get to a point where you are calm, your resonance is calm, you will be in the flow of giving and receiving. When the spirit wants to take something out of your hands, you let it go, and you let it go because, it's your sign. And then they're going to put something new in your hand, and you receive that because why? It's time. You are always open to allowing the universe to exchange with you. I'm offering all things. Nothing belongs onto us, right? As a vessel, we are a steward over those things until we are no longer, right? It's given and put in my care for a time being. I take care of it. I try to leave it better than what it was when I found it, right? I'm going to be a good steward over it. And then when the spirit comes to take it back, they have it because it was never mine in the first place, right? It says, why doesn't the law of attraction work for some people? Most people like to use the law of attraction to attract things into their lives: a partner, a better job, more money, etc. This sometimes succeeds, but usually it won't. If it was, we will all be living in our dream home, be satisfied with our bodies, but we are not. There are many reasons why people do not find the result from the traditional teaching of the law of attraction. One reason is that they do not realize is that there are 11 other laws that could be considered for working with this one law. Another reason is that they do not match the frequency of their desires. It's not enough to simply want it. You need to merge the frequencies you want. And that's why we were getting, the Spirit gave us 360 activation, 360 alignment. It's so many more energetic centers to you besides the 7 that we usually focus on from root to crown, beloved. And when you start to activate 360, great day, Diane. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you. When you get a little bit deeper and you realize that there's so much more to you outside of our purview, we start operating on all the laws of the universe, or becoming conscious of them, being mindful, then this will work a lot better for you, beloved. It says, what we vibe, we get what we vibe, not what we ask for. And that's what we were given like early on. What is your vibration? What is your frequency? If you have root chakra disturbances, roots of stability, and you don't feel like you're safe, you're stable, like you feel like, you have to control, you need to hold on out of fear that you won't have something, a lack of something, if you feel like you need to, do things so that you can have, like I have to please this person or they're going to leave and they're going to take something away from me, that's all out of the fallacy, the fear of insecurity. And if you're working from that, then you will continuously to attract more situations that cause instability. All to treat or to teach you, I'm here and treat you. So somebody is attracting people or events that treat you less than what you know you deserve, beloved. And it's coming from a place of instability. It's coming from insecurity. And a lot of these foundationals are developed and formed in childhood. So you may have to even go back and kind of reconcile that. It's given like understand how your roots were formed. And it's definitely something with throat chakra because I'm getting a lot of energy on my throat chakra, right? It's something about how your roots were established, right? If you were not, think about when you plant a garden or any flowers, house plants, they have to get solid roots. The roots have to be well established for the growth of the tree. And if the roots don't have enough room to expand, then it's gonna limit how high the tree can get to, right? It limits its possibilities. If that tree has, nutrient soil, is the network of the roots is solid and stable, and it has room to spread out, then that's higher the tree will grow. It's giving me like going back and assessing the roots. I'm even hearing root rot for somebody. You know what I mean? Like you may need to think about it like, is it enough drainage? Are you purging? Are you letting things release from you? Or is that emotional, the all of that water, that emotion, the spirit flow, is it something in it that is, you know, destroying your roots, beloved? Is it something where you need to take, like it has to come up and it has to be drained, it has to be healed, it has to be reset so that it can reroot on stable ground, beloved, is what it's given. So somebody may need to do some deep root chakra healing. Look, poke some holes in your pot and let some shit go. Let it drain out. Thank you, sis, for tapping in. I appreciate you being in the house. It says, we get what we vibe, not what we ask for. I'm sure you all know someone who feels deeply this way. Brad wants to attract his dream lover, but he complains that all the good people have already been taken and that dating apps are a waste of time. Brad's suspicion is that eyes ends with the frequency of love he seeks. How can you seek love if you feel like that real love doesn't exist? If there is no good person, there is no person for you. It's an oxymoronic position. It says, contrary to the abundance of love, it exudes a vibration of scarcity and frustration. Definitely throat chakra. I don't know what's going on with that. But it's like speaking out the abundance. If you talk about yourself being as love, right? I am love. I am light on voluntary escape. I display the tenets of that, you know, emotion. I am sympathy. I am sympathetic. I first of all, I am a great communicator. So whatever doesn't want me to communicate, I rebuke you, I dispel you, I rebuke you, I expel you from this space. And I do it by the power of the Most High God that commands all things. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, start by telling yourself that you are love. You are it. Hey, Jean, thank you so much for tapping in. You are love. You are it. You are empathetic. You are sympathetic. You are compassionate, right? You have understanding. You can communicate with people for the purpose of understanding them, learning them, how to be a good steward, right? How to grow and gain knowledge, that wisdom, which leads us to the energy of wholeness. We are whole, we are complete. We understand that we must be grounded, rooted, secure. We must believe in possibilities, that any and everything can exist, that I have the power within me in order to bring it into existence. The things that are in my heart, the intentions and desires, they are pure. I understand that it's coming from my spirit. I am believing that they can happen, and I'm speaking these things out. If I speak from that aligned standpoint from my lower three chakras, like if they guide me, what's in my heart, then I have the ability to attract that into my life, right? I attract that because I'm attracting who I am. If I am constantly saying that no good person exists, then that includes me too, beloved. That's saying that I'm not a good person. You do exist, right? And so if you as a good person exist, isn't there the possibility that another good person like you exists? Absolutely. Can you attract that person in? Yes. It's 6, 7 billion people on the planet. Do you honestly believe that there's no good people? No. That's a lie, because again, that includes you. It says what he needs to do is clean up his own personal energy around the theme of love and now keep his thoughts and actions aligned with it. Absolutely. Everything we just said, beloved. Now, this does not mean he should pretend that he is not depressed. No. Acknowledge your feelings. Understand it. If you feel like there's no good people or you can't get the job that you want, the opportunities for you that you desire don't exist, like they're not for you, then acknowledge that you feel like that. It is a lack. It's coming from a lack mindset, which is usually driven back to your root chakra, and you can deal with that. You can deal with the truth of it. You can acknowledge your feelings. You can say, okay, I reject that thought, right? I work to dispel it, to break it down, to transmute that emotion and change it from lack I'm going to lavish, beloved. Okay, so for everything that I think don't exist, I will tell myself the truth. No, there's an abundance of it. There's an abundance of it. There's no lack in anything, right? I don't lack love in my life. I'm full of love. Why? Because I'm made of it. My whole being is permeated with love, and that's just it. So change your mindset, acknowledge your feelings, and then dig back into why do you feel that? How is that rooted and established in you? Is that something that you need to change, uproot, or just heal? Because it could be that I'm hearing root rot for somebody. It just keeps coming up. All right, so you have to deal with it. You don't have to do a fuck shit thing, but it would definitely behoove you, beloved, to work through it. So advice is you are a magnet, and that's what we kind of said from the beginning. Activation 360 coming into alignment means you are a magnet. You can attract what it is that you want, and a magnet also repels what you don't want. So it works for you both ways. You are a magnet, and your experience is the embodiment of the energy you release consciously and unconsciously. And a lot of things are unconscious. We're just not aware of what we're doing. We're not mindful of it. It says, look around and realize that you are attracting the real environment you live in at the moment. As you know, the law of attraction tells us that like attracts like. So, in order to have the things you want in life, you have to figure out how to vibrate at the same frequency as the things you desire. So, again, if you're trying to attract the bag, if you are trying to attract the love of your life, the greatest opportunity, your highest timeline, then you have to be permeated with that frequency, vibrating it. All chakras firing, activated, and moving consistently for the same goal. We bringing in more laws. So if you are interested in this book, it's on Amazon, the greatest bookstore ever built. That's what it's giving. Anywho, it says the more general lesson here is that being positive, proactive, and loving will bring more of the same things to your life. At the same time, pessimism, fear, and lethargy will cause you to have more negative experiences in your life. Somebody is fearful. The activity on the throat chakra is very much related to fear, and that comes from insecurity. That is a root chakra issue. So if you have anything else in here, thank you to the spirit. If you have an issue with fear, if you are hesitant, if you feel insecure, the opposite energy to fear is faith. Is to have faith. Have faith. Right? Hopefulness. Have fear. See, fear. Somebody wants you to be afraid. I don't know what this energy is. Somebody is under an energetic attack. We might jump into that later. I'm not for sure, but we're gonna get an evil eye oracle because somebody is under attack. It's given. They want you to be afraid. Whatever this spiritual attack is, somebody or something wants you to be afraid. It's in here. Which one? This card? Okay. What's that? See? Look, emotional mood swings, causing you to act out of character, irrational emotions and mood swings. Something wants you to be afraid. They want fear to rule the day. Anything else in here, Spirit saying no? They want fear to rule the day. I can't make it up, y'all. So managing your emotions, acknowledging the fear is a good thing. Why am I fearful? What's making me insecure? Why do I fear taking risks? And it's even given taking divinely guided actions. Like the spirit could be telling you to do something and you're not doing it because this is the one that was stuck in the book. They use it as a bookmarker. Take a divinely guided chance. You can't take chances if you are fearful. If you are afraid, you will not do it. And I'm not saying be reckless with your choices and chances. It's given, you can calculate it. What's the probability of success? right? If you are a person that you've been working with your spiritual gifts, because they pull this out, spiritual gifts, if you are being told to take a chance on operating on your spiritual gifts, what's stopping you from doing it? Go back to your roots, beloved. What's stopping you? What's making you fearful? Messages of the cosmic oracle. So let's get it. On the bottom, you can use some self-care time, like now. Schedule it in. Somebody needs to schedule to take time for themselves. You need to think about how to reestablish your roots, being very stabilized within self so that you can alchemize the energy of fear, right? Do something kind. Do something kind for you. What is that? Self-care. And like take time to do it now. Do your thoughts need a reboot? Yes, they do. Because that's what Spirit said. You are manifesting from your thoughts and your emotions. So, if what you are thinking is fear based, what you're feeling is coming from an energy of fear and instability and insecurity, you will continue to manifest more of that in your life. Which is why the Spirit is giving it to somebody to go in and to heal that. We are in a very important space in terms of manifestation right now with Lion Gate portal being open, and it's helping us set the tone for the next technically 13-month cycle. We ain't gonna get into it, but it is, right? We have 13 moons, okay? So 13 cycles. Let your feelings out. That's what it says. Let your feelings out. See, what are you feeling? It's definitely something coming up from the root chakra. And we talked about root rot. Like, you could be sitting in all of this emotion, and that too much water and not enough drainage will destroy the roots, beloved. So you might need to lift that up, get some, sis, Veronica, she said, poke some holes down in there and let that shit drain out. Maybe you need to be uprooted and set in a different place where the soil has better drainage, right? So that your roots can spread out, they can heal, spread out, and you can grow up taller. And it's giving all of the ones, even the ones that scare you. So what is it that's like you don't want to face, beloved? Whatever it is, it could go all the way back. It could be a part of your ancestry. You could be carrying, karmic debt that needs to be healed from your lineage. This could be something that is like passed down. We know we pass down trauma through the lineage. We pass down rituals and practices, things that we learn and we teach down to our children that may not necessarily be the best way of doing shit. Right? If you were raised in a household, and I'm getting just that example of do it just because I said so, it's like you are being directed and you are being told to do something that somebody told you to do, or you got to do it specific the way that they said do it, and if you don't, then you might get in trouble. That teaches you to be afraid. You don't have the ability to autonomously think for yourself. You can't do it in a way that you feel like you can get it done. You can't, make mistakes, because if you don't do it right, it's going to be World War III, Ashe, right? And so you learn to take direction. And if you are a person who has learned to take direction, then you are not a risk taker. It's like you might have an issue with that. Which one? This one? You want this? Right. Guilt is a normal feeling. See, guilt. Just breathe in and let it go. What's guilting you? Why do you feel like you can't step out? Why you can't take a chance on you? Have you been taught to put other people before you? That could be a part of how you were rooted. Which one, beloved? This one and this one, both of them. All right. Look, live your life with both feet in it. You can't live your life with one foot over here trying to take care of them and do what they said do and how they said do it, and also put both feet in for you, to jump both feet in for you. You can't do it. See, clear your mental and physical clutter. It's definitely mental and emotional clutter I'm picking up. like systemic clutter, and we were eating healthier. Somebody might need to have a gut reset. You might need to reboot and reset your system, because your gut is your second mind. I say first mind because your gut speaks to you, and then you will think your way out of what your gut already said. So somebody might need to do a whole gut reset. Cleanse your mind, cleanse your gut, clean your body up, get yourself back into alignment so everything is flowing freely. You don't think good and you don't feel your gut speaking to you when you clogged up. You just don't. You don't know if it's IBS or them trying to give you a message. I'm just saying. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. Never forget that. You have gotten through. That's why Spirit says celebrate you. Give yourself a round of applause. Celebrate early. Because it is something coming through. I'm getting somebody is going to get a breakthrough. I'm hearing Tasha Cobb, so I don't know why I'm feeling like the energy of praise today. I'm hearing, there's a miracle in this room with my name on it. That's what I'm getting. Is it a miracle in this room with your name on it? Yes, we'll claim it. You don't know where your name is being spoken at. You don't know who looking at you, who feel like you have the right thing that they need to meet something. You know what I mean? To do something. You just don't know. So don't count yourself out. The spirit may be telling you to take a chance and it's being guided. You know, you're being divinely guided. But if you feel insecure, if you're guilty about what you're doing for putting yourself first, right, then you will miss it. See, your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. Give yourself some care. What did they say? Care for you. Get grounded. Look at your nutrition. Get your internal house in order. A little bit of faith goes a long way. Ain't that what they said at the bottom of this cup? Have faith. Have faith. Hope, pray, and have faith. Ashe. We'll sip to that. I keep hearing get giddy, get excited. Something great for somebody is coming. You just need to open up to it, to be secure about it. Bet on yourself. Take chances. What we've been talking about. Bet on yourself. Take chances. Can you take this divinely guided chance? Don't look at this nail, y'all. I know. My drill died. We got to get another one. We are grateful. We are thankful right now for the new drill that's coming so we can continue to do the work of self-care for self because we love it and we save coins. So we're happy. Reach your dreams. You got this. You got this. You're just being called to go deeper, to have faith. And don't forget how resilient you are. That you can live your life with both feet in it. You can jump in. You can take these chances. You are so special, but there's some things you need to resolve within you to take care of you. And for somebody, is reestablishing your root. Reestablishing your roots. Your roots. Get down into the roots is what I heard. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being. Establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. Now, how about that, beloved? How about that? Look at this. Ha! When you reroot, look. Seed of potential. It says plant the seed of potential and nurture it. It's sprouting promise with your attention and care. Absolutely. But in order to thrive, you have to believe. See? Hope, pray, and have faith. Believe, beloved. Embrace growth and trust and promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. For somebody, it's operating on the 12 laws, the universal laws, not just the law of attraction. If you have been attempting to manifest using the law of attraction, it could be because you are, for somebody, in violation of other laws, of other universal laws. They work together. It is integrated, right? It's like saying that the U.S. or wherever you're at, whether you're watching from, only has one law, beloved, and that's just not true. Walking unscathed. You've been through so much. You're very resilient. Do you want this one too? Happiness is simple. It's here. Finding or find joy in life's small wonders, for they hold the key to fulfillment and a content heart. They wrote this a little weird. That's not me this time. Happiness is simple. Can you find joy in the small things? You're getting this energy that somebody wants you to live in fear. They want you to feel chaotic. They want you to feel insecure, right? They want you to feel like you're not grounded, like you're not rooted, like you're not stable. It's giving a sense of instability. And that feeling will impact your ability to thrive and believe, to thrive, taking you out of survivor mentality, right? Right? When you walk away unscathed and you remember that you are resilient, right? You can be in a mindset of survivorship. I need to survive, I need to eat. Like that's very basic, having your basic needs met. And if you feel unstable, definitely fear, insecurity, that creates a mindset of lack. I'm not gonna have something. There's a chance that things are not going to turn out right. I got to prepare for the next shoe. I got to neck to drop. I got to prepare for the next issue. I got to prepare for the next challenge. You are never in a place of allowing your system to come into a calm environment where you trust that everything is okay. Everything is always working well for me. Everything is always working out in my best interest. I have the capacity to live up to my highest potentiality. That's thrivership, not survivorship. It's a difference. Anything else in here? Spirit say no. Any other energy? Yes. This. Okay. Look. Rising flames. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose that's meant for you. What is your passion? Yeah, tide of transition. Somebody is transitioning. And look at all of that water. It's giving heavy, like, emotions. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, it's giving like a water plant too. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we are rooted in water, but you still have to change the water, right? You have to refresh it. You have to care for your roots is what I'm getting at. This is not the deck that they want. We're getting stardust and soil. Why were we just talking about plants though? Stardust and soil. You're a star seed that's been planted. And look, opposites are attracting. So are you attracting the opposite of what you really want? And 33 is coming through. I'm seeing a number 13 too. Stardust and soil. You are stardust, star seeds. And you have been planted in this soil, right? And it's like, how did your roots develop? What developed your root? And is there something you need to do to repair the root so that you are operating from a sense of security and stability? If the Most High God planted you here, right, it planted you where it planted you for a reason, right? And you were supposed to get things from that environment. And we can transmute the bad and keep the good, right? We can keep the good, we can transmute the bad into more energy for good, into learning. It strengthens us, it doesn't weaken us. We already see that you are resilient. You have the ability to survive your terrain, your environment. But at the end of the day, in order for you to thrive and reach your highest potentiality, you may need to heal your roots based on where you were planted with. I hope that makes sense for somebody. Look, spirit board. That's a beautiful card. I just want to look at it for a second. Look at that. It's almost like you meditating and being able to see your higher self. That's what I'm feeling like right now. I haven't read the card yet, though. Look, you're being called to explore, working with a talking board to communicate with the spirits that have crossed over to the other side. So, I'm seeing divinely guided chants. Somebody could be a medium. Somebody could have the gift of mediumship. And you may be called to explore talking with your spirit team that are on the other side. This could be your ancestors, right? It could be ascended masters. It could be your angel team. But it's definitely, see, I'm getting something on the ear. It's something about you being able to hear them and communicate. And we were getting communication heavy. Like there is an interruption and something wants you to have a disrupted why am I'm hearing intercommunication? So not only internal communication is disrupted, but it's also like being a little bit fearful for external communication if that external communication is you communicating with your spirit team. Like they don't want you to talk to your spirit team. It's something like you can only speak to one or two, the things that are comfortable to you. So, like, say if you are just used to hope, pray, right? You are only sharing your hopes through prayer with a specific type of deity. So, if you only speak to the messenger, whether you call them Jesus, whether you call them, I said Jesus, so somebody could be Hispanic. Um, whether it's to Jesus, whether it's to Muhammad, whether it's to Buddha, to Shiva, to whoever you subscribe to, right? However you call on the messenger based on how that was taught to you. And you may be called to go further, to think about how we have so many angels that can be dispatched to come in to help us you can communicate with. We have nature spirits that you can communicate with. You have so many different guides. You have your ancestors that you can communicate with, right? You have ascended masters that you can communicate with. It's so many different spirits, and they may want to come to you and give you information and communicate with you so that they can guide you. You can get this divinely guided information and know which chances to take, beloved. So somebody could be held back because you just don't feel secure in speaking with spirits in that way, right? It may not be a part of your rooting. It may not have been what was rooted within you. Automatic writing. We definitely are an automatic writer, right? And it was a little strange for us to be accepting of this gift, right? Because it feels like, something else is operating the vessel and they're guiding the writing, right? And they're telling us, they're showing us, they're actually writing it through us. So depending on how your theology is, your religion is set and which theology you study, you could have been taught that that's wrong, right? Like you're being taken over by something else. You're being possessed by some sort of spirit. It's something that's demonic, right? It's divinity, right? And all of those things, are up for debate. I definitely don't feel like it's demonic, right? Because I know that I'm not open to that type of energy. We're just not. We also do know that low vibrational spirits will want to come and talk to us. They will. And because some of them are ready for repentance and to pay their recompense so that they can be received, they can readjust their polarity. They may want to give us good information, like all of it is not a lie. It's not. But you have to be very discerning and very, careful and cautious depending on what type of entity you're speaking with or you're communing with. See, look, clear empathy. Somebody's very empathic. And you could have been an empath, like a starseed empath coming in where you were planted in this terrain on Gaia, your family environment, could have taught you some things that led you away from your spiritual gifts. It could have made you even misunderstand your empathetic heart, right? Where you have a tendency to put other people's needs above your own. And if you don't do that, then it's something in you that feels insecure, it feels shaky, it could give you a sense of anxiety because you're not pleasing other people, and to please them pleases you. It makes you feel secure. Anything else in here, Spirit say no. See, clear cognizant. And we talked about your gut. Clear cognizant. What does that say? You're being called to explore and tune into your gut instinct. When you just know, but not sure how you do, share that wisdom. But you need to cleanse your gut so that you know when it's truly speaking to you. What is it saying to you? And that's why Spirit was giving us the energy for somebody to eat healthier, to do a gut reset, to declutter. It says clear your mental and your physical clutter. This is a gut reset for somebody. A gut reset will not only clear up any issues that you have going on there, it'll make your messages from your gut clearer, where you can understand whether, I'm just, again, that IBS, whether, something is going on with the tummy, the intestinal region, right, your digestive system, or is it just giving you a message? And if you have digestive issues, it will mess with your mental. It will give you a headache. I'm saying a lot of people who suffer from migraines also suffer from gut issues. They are connected. Anything you said now. Creativity. What are you supposed to create? And are you taking the divine guidance to do it? Spirit say it now. This one. This one. Okay. We don't want this deck to fall. Just like sitting in this little space. So we got this, and then we're going to get this deck, and then that's going to be it for this message. We at 55:18. We are a few minutes from the lunchtime message being over. Page of Swords is coming through. So what are you supposed to be learning? What are you supposed to be observing? Are you in student energy? Master 33 is a student teacher. You are mastering, but you are also learning, right? So stay in the teacher student energy. Eight of Pentacles flew out in reverse. So there is some work that you need to do that you may not be doing. See, it could be impatience, things not happening fast enough. You're not for sure why it's not coming through. Why is law of attraction not working? It could be other laws that you are, I'm hearing infractions. Like you could be violating other spiritual laws. We see a sense of perfectionism. Nothing is ever perfect. You will never have the perfect scenario, the perfect conditions. Like, oh, it's perfect weather. It's the perfect time. That doesn't happen, right? Sometimes you just have to take the chance. Sometimes you're going to be asked to step out and do something, and you don't even feel like you're ready to do it. You will get ready and learn it as you're doing it. That's what it's given. Wow. Oh, thank you. It came right on back around here. Look, Hangman. See, you will learn it. You'll get it. You will get it. It's giving an awakening. And it's also like you need to understand something before things come in. Like things could be delayed for you because you are missing something. You need a different perspective. Yeah, you need to see something. You need a different perspective. You need to see it from an enlightened standpoint. You definitely can have all the success that you desire, right? Everything that you can imagine, these spiritual visions. If your spiritual visions are working and you can imagine it, right, then it can happen. And we do a lot of things in the spirit. Like our imagination is very, very active. Like we use it like a child would use it, right? To sit in that page type of energy like a youngster. The things that we visually see, we move through the process. Spirit just showed us something the other day or yesterday. And when I say we stayed in a vision, like, oh man, that's amazing. And we stayed in it, we operated in like even playing it out like how a child would do. You know how they do dress up. What? They do dress up. They're gonna go in there, they're gonna put your hat on, and they're gonna put your shirt on, and they're gonna put the tie on. They are playing a businessman or a CEO or something. And they're gonna get into it, and they're gonna have their little charts that they made, and they're gonna point and they're gonna talk to people who are not there, all of their spirit teams, like their spirit audience. They're going through it. They're feeling the emotion of being in it. That imaginary play is powerful, beloved. Please don't dismiss it. People discount the fact because you're being it. You're resonating with it. You're putting yourself in the frequency, the vibration of it through the act of imaginary play. Whoever told you that you had to grow up and be this serious person that does not play was wrong, okay? They're wrong. You need to play. Whatever your next thing is, you need to play it. You need to be it. You are developing into a character. How do you play your role if you don't play? Relax and enjoy. It opens up the pathway. Seriousness and being rigid and hard and locked and closed minded is blockages. You cannot bring in your highest potential like that. You have to give the spirit room to create creativity. And you can do that just by playing, just by imagining. Shit, a couple weeks ago, the spirit was, look, one of our things is to live lavish. I'm talking about moving from lack to lavish. It can happen. We don't see all these people that's insanely wealthy for nothing. Do you think they got something so much more than what you came in with? Absolutely not. Only thing they did was understand this passion, this flame that was lit. And they operate on these laws, beloved. The same shit that a lot of these places would tell you don't do is what they're doing. I'm just saying. I'm putting it out there. It's the truth. It's the truth. If it make you move around, I understand it. But look, clean some shit out and allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to play. Spirit said we was gonna play that day. We put on a bathing suit and some high heels and a little flowy outfit, little cover up, and walked around the house in it, beloved. Look, okay, we got a kiddie pool in the backyard. What? You talking about tiptoeing out there with our little cocktails in the umbrella, and we gonna jump in the hammock after that? Look, we are manifesting everything that we believe, like that lavish lifestyle. Where I could be that lady that walk around the house in my damn bikini and some flowy shit and some heels. I'm at home. I'm doing it. Who's to say? I cannot stifle the universe. I'm playing my role. I don't know what y'all doing. I'm playing my role. Okay. It's something in here. I apologize. Thank you to the spirit. Please pull me back, because look. Play your role, beloved. What character are you developing? Character development. Okay? Let's get it. Four of Wands. At home. Home. Celebration. Stability. What? What is it that you want? What does it look like, What does it look like? Okay? When your mind see it, what does it look like? And then you go down and your root is telling you it can't be bullshit. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Anybody, you ask anybody, does that mean that you think that they haven't gone through some hard times? Absolutely they did. As we said, hard times. Here's a 5 of Cups. Okay? Absolutely they done been through it. And you have too. Spirit says you are resilient. We got Page of Cups in reverse. You're not giving yourself enough self-care and self-love. Love on you. King of Wands, you can do anything that you want to do. You are a leader. And you can lead yourself right into your highest timeline, into your highest self. King of Cups, balance your emotions. Emotionally balanced. Balanced. Generous. Emotional maturity. See, that's that person, something wants you to act out of your emotions. And if you are not emotionally balanced because of something that may have happened to you in the past, your empathetic heart, and you haven't learned how to master that, you're going to be all over the place. You could be moving out of the energy of lack. 5 of Swords, that's a battle. It is an attack on you. That's a battle. That's an attack. That's a spiritual attack to keep you from coming into alignment, coming into emotional balance. Because that is given like your root is based in heavy emotion. That's why I was getting root rot. It's too much going on down there. It needs to be drained. You need more drainage. You need to purge. You need to, look, I can't tell you what you need to do. I can only tell you what the spirit is telling me to tell you. So you take it with how you want to take it. If it's working for you right now, keep doing what you're doing. 7 of Pentacles. See, like, all of this is stored up. And it's a lot of work and dedication. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and here's the Seven of Pentacles. It's like you are trying and trying and trying, but it's not coming out. It's not, you're not harvesting it. For somebody, it may not even really be blooming. It could be staying like this. See how it's in reverse. It's not blooming. Why? Because you could be violating other spiritual laws that you need to operate on in order to really, really get your power to come through. It's so much more than the same one or two. The same way we're saying, even in 12 laws, right? 12. If there's a law that governs the root to the crown, that's 7 laws. That's 7 chakras we're working on. That's 7 laws. It's 5 more laws that you need to work with. And we already definitely said the ears says 1, 2, that's 2 right there. The hands, that's 4. That it's at least 1 more that we don't even know about. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so much deeper. You can change your whole life. But it's like, are you open to it? Can you open up your mind and your heart to do the work? I see 9 of Swords, somebody anxious. That's stress, right? We got the moon. What is the illusion? What wants to keep you stressed? It's a spiritual attack. Yeah, I can't fucking make it up. What did we just split on? The devil. It's a spiritual attack. This is a spiritual attack. And this is to keep you off focus. Page of Pentacles. It's to keep you off focus. It's to keep your energy split. It's to keep you as a seed so that you don't grow up to your fullest. Thank you to the Most High God. We getting this one. Girl, well, look, I don't know why. It must be a female I'm talking to because we just said, girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, we having that girl time talk. I'm just saying. So it could be, you could be a masculine, but you may need to get into your divine feminine energy. That could be another thing. It could be toxic masculinity that is holding you back. That's a spirit, right? When it's telling you that a masculine, a male person in gender does not have feminine energy, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Men are natural nurturers. To say that they are not, that they are emotionally unintelligent is bullshit. That is a part of their rearing. That is a part of their upbringing. Those are social norms and social conditions that rips that away. If you look at a little boy that's 3, 4, 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, those young elementary years down into infancy to toddler, you know what I'm trying to say? Before they get to middle school, basically, okay? That little boy knows how to nurture. He's very kind, he's very loving, he's compassionate, he's empathetic. They know empathy and they know sympathy. What changes in their rearing that strips that away from them? That's toxic. That's toxic. A little boy is in love with his mother. That she is the first love of his life. He learns how to treat a woman by the way he sees other people treat his mother. And he will even tell you when you're not doing her right. He's protective over her. Over his little sister? Come on. That baby come out, he's going to kiss her, he's going to love her, he's going to hold her, all of that shit. Little men are loving creatures. It's something that strips it away from them. And it's toxic. It's the expectations, it's the social norms, it's the conditioning. Little girls the same way. To teach a woman that she doesn't have masculine energy is bullshit. It keeps you off balance. Freedom. I am called to be here and to be free. To be free. And I definitely am picking up on this 513. And we saw the number 13 is behind this. Look, it's definitely giving something about your instincts and your energy. So you may have an animal spirit that you may also need to connect with. You are called to be here. You are a stardust. You are a star seed that was planted here for a reason. And something wants to keep your energy off balance. And for you, you have to go all the way back to establishing your roots, beloved. And kind of, pick it apart. Observe self. Dig into you so that you can go down there and get the key to unlocking you. So that you can be free. I do. See, remember. So that you can remember. I know who I am. So that you can unlock you. get the key to unlocking you. I'm getting change with the 5. I'm getting a 5 of swords. This battle is helping you to change and transform and free yourself so that you can remember who you are, so that you can step into your gift. It's actually going to awaken some sort of passion. This is giving realigning and defining your passion, beloved. That's what they're giving me, what they're saying. See, the second power. It's something about your power. I trust what my soul desires. And they literally just said realigning your desires. Okay? And it's all about how you move through this emotional space. All of this water. Thank you to the Alpha and Omega for bringing this message. Let it be edifying unto self first and foremost. Let it reach the weak that you intend to hear it. Let them hear and let them see. Love only ever expands, beloved. It only expands. The deeper you go, the more you learn about you, the more you repair your root, you discover so much about you that helps expand what you are truly, which is love. Light on voluntary escape. And we're getting like, it doesn't matter how much love you gave, you never lost it. It's only expanding. It's going out into the ether as you emit it out, and it's just going to expand like the ripples, right? You drop it in there, and that it ripples out. The effect just gets greater and greater and greater and greater and greater. It's magnifying. It's expanding. And that magnified energy comes back onto you, weed. It's definitely something about your sacral chakra, because they keep touching my sacral too. So it's definitely something about your sacral. Yeah, the eye of the heart. We contain the treasure. You do. It's all in your sacral. The space of infinite creativity. For where the, I don't know what this word is, Nous. It looks like nose or nas. For where the nas is, there is treasure. I do feel like the treasure within, and the treasure within you is in your sacral space. Not only is that your soul space, right, where the source of us living resides, your spirit, and that spirit space gives us hope. It tells us that every possibility exists, that you are limitless, that you are immortal, right? Nothing ever dies, truly. It only transitions, right? You are free, right? It's given, you can have anything. That's what I just heard. You can have anything, but you have to believe it. Anything else in here? This one. Silence. I speak from my heart. Ooh, good judgment and practical ability. Yeah. So if you got good judgment and practical ability, then you can have anything. Right? You can take divinely guided chances because your spirit is helping you discern. Love has already won. Love has already won. It says the sanctuary exists within. See? And look what's behind that. The next card is, look at this, Gene. Judgment. Ooh, and Aya, after judgment, the Alpha and the Omega. For every ending is a new beginning. They turned this upside down. So it's something about silence. It's something about speaking in throat chakra and making sure you're speaking goodness over you. And it's also giving something about being silent until you know the words to speak. Somebody may not be speaking what they need to speak, and you may be speaking what you don't need to speak, and you may be not speaking what you do need to speak. So it's like flip it. Don't speak from a place of insecurity or lack, right? Change that energy. If you are feeling like, oh, that can't happen, don't say anything. You can feel the emotion of it. You can recognize the thought. You can reject the thought. You can transmute the energy of that emotion into more power, to more strength, to more security, into your prosperity, right? And once you understand how to manage your thoughts, your emotions, and what you speak out into the ether, right, it's definitely like understanding that the sanctuary is within. So somebody could have been taught that everything is external. You need to go to somewhere. And I'm not shading anybody that goes to a house of worship so that you can commune and fellowship with other people. Because people feel that communing and fellowship is important. Like where people on the same like frequency and resonance or the same mindset come together, their power is exponentiated. I understand that. But you don't know a lot of those people. And some of those places could be very judgmental, y'all already know. So is it really in alignment with you or is it not? That's a question for you to answer for self. But the sanctuary exists within, that's that sacral place. If you are entering therein and you have an intimate relationship, you definitely are going to lean on your guidance to create or to formulate your judgments, right? And we see the Alpha and Omega is here. That's the beginning and the ending. The first will be last, and the last be first. Every ending is a new beginning. And we're picking up on the number 13 that says that everything has transitions. Everything is going to transition. Not that everything dies. That's not the same thing. Everything transitions. It's from one state of existence to another state of existence. So everything that you see in your spiritual eye, it exists, beloved. And if you have the ability to sit in that resonance, in that frequency, you can call it to yourself. You're telling the universe you already be it. I am it. Which is why we play, beloved. To bring that back full circle. Anything else? Yes. So, as we said, play. Look, children. Ha! Play. Who said you had to be so serious in this day? We see travel, you know what I mean? Go there in your mind. You know, you could put up a whole, vision board of where you want to be. What's your favorite place? And you could go there mentally. Your body doesn't know the difference. Your brain doesn't know the difference. It says that you're already there and you're doing it. So therefore the universe rearranges itself to make it happen, to make it true, beloved. Look, heal away the addictions. Look at all this water. It's definitely deep rooted healing that needs to be done. It's time to let go of behaviors. One of it is speaking. Watch what comes out of your mouth, please. Somebody's throat chakra, you need to understand how powerful it is. If out of the mouth, off the tongue is life, or, you know, we just said death doesn't exist, but you can cause endings in your life by the way that you speak, beloved. So, think about it. Are you speaking good over you? Because there's definitely somebody else that's speaking ill over you. They don't think you could do it. They don't think that you're emotionally stable, or they don't want you to be emotionally stable. They want to hold you back. They want to keep you in a lack mindset where you're just moving from one issue to another issue to another issue to another issue, where you're just surviving, just trying to get through. But it doesn't allow you to thrive and to really grow into your highest you. Heal away addictions. Somebody could be addicted to food. I'm getting that with the eat healthier and cleaning out your gut. So if you have an issue with food, with stress eating, eating for comfort, think about that and how it could be impacting your body and your intuition. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desires. That's what this is all about, your heart's desires. Right? Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. What are the behaviors that's keeping you from reaching your highest? Desiree. And it kind of looked like desire, didn't it? No, conditions aren't favorable right now. We saw that pause, the delay, the hangman. Wait, look into other options and ask the angels for help to guide and comfort you. See, take divinely guided chances. But you're not ready yet because there's something else, one that's afflicting you, some sort of toxicity, a spirit, right? It could be the spirit of fear, right? It could be sent to you, it could have been implanted within you or attached to you very early and you need to purge it. You need to exorcise the demon, is what it's given, right? So that you can really get into accepting your health. You can operate on all the other laws that really support the law of attraction. If you are not healed, you will be attracting things that you don't necessarily want, beloved. Athena, is it safe to be powerful? It is. It is safe for you to be powerful. That's what Alpha and Omega say. It's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. Do you want this deck? No, this one. Seraphina, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming. It's definitely something about family, is what we're getting. Right? Again, whatever this issue is or this entity attachment of fear, could it be something that's coming down through families? We birth trauma, right? We pass down fear, we pass down. An example of us passing down fear, and we do it as a protective measure, is not like it's not warranted. It is, but it's definitely fear based from a real threat. African American women teach their sons about like how to respond when they are pulled over by the police. They are afraid that their child is going to get shot, they're going to be harmed, they're going to lose them. So they teach them tactics to keep them safe, but it's rooted in fear, beloved. That's what it's given. I was also picking up that energy of like a parent would say, just do it because I told you so. They didn't feel the need to give you any context, any explanation to help you understand the directive or why it is that way. So if I am going to teach my son to be safe or how to behave when he's pulled over, like you're not going to argue your rights right there. That's not the place to do it. How do you comply and hold your integrity and your dignity? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's going to be, where they make you feel like less than a man, less than a person. But you do have recourse, right? You can take it up in a different arena, right? It's like understanding how to operate in that. And I'm going to give them the contextual background so that they get it. They understand it. Because when you tell a child just do it because I said so, they're wired to dismiss the context and the why. You prevent them from asking questions. You shut down critical thinking, right? It's like just programming them without any of the additional information. It slows down even the establishment of comprehension, right? And comprehension means not only did I understand it, but I could tell it back to you. I really get the lesson. I can apply it, right? That's not comprehension. That's programming. Which one? This one. See, declutter. Declutter your mental and declutter your physical. That's what they already said. Clear your mental and physical clutter. The spirit knows. They knew that the card that they wanted was in the other deck. They told me no more out of this deck, pick up this deck. And they brought this card out for a specific reason. I'm feeling like the Oracle, that scene with Oracle and Agent Smith from The Matrix. When he came in, he was like, did you know that I was going to do that? If you did, then you're sitting there deliberately. You baked those cookies deliberately. You set the bowl right there deliberately. Like everything being set up and arranged in a deliberate fashion. But can we see it? Can we recognize it? That things are lined up in a certain way for a certain reason. It could be so that you can react in a certain type of way. right? You have these things established in your life and it was done deliberately, right? It could be bringing this thing up so that you could be the one to see it and to heal it. To be like, no, that's not okay. Yeah, successful funding is here, and it's definitely something with family. The family you were born in and the things that were done to you was done on purpose. And I know that's hard to hear. It's so hurtful. Like, why would the Alpha and Omega set this up? It needed to pull somebody up to plant this star seed in this environment, in this terrain, to go through what you went through, to grow through what you went through, showing this resilience. But you also put a mirror onto the pain. You can heal away the addictions, you can heal your lineage, you can move you guys into a different timeline, into a whole different position. It's giving me the tree like the branch, like a new branch is coming out, and off of that branch is going to be new pathways that are established and new ways that the tree will grow. And even if it's taking it higher, it's making it wider, it's broader, and it's definitely giving something healing within the root system. Look, freedom on the bottom. Freedom. It's definitely to free your lineage, you, from something. I am called here to be free. Anything else? No. It's definitely something about your family tree. Stardust, soil, opposites attract. So you definitely could be totally different than most of the people in your family lineage, or at least your surrounding family. Very different. And what they taught you could make you afraid and hesitant to spread out, to branch out, tap into your gifts, and to use them. But if you heal through this, you heal your root system and heal yourself from the root all the way up to your crown, come into alignment. It's even giving extending and branching things out, like incorporating, calling your energy centers 360 into activation and into alignment. You're going to be a cold piece, raising the flames. I'm talking about bringing the heat. Let your passion guide you to fulfilling your purpose, the purpose that was meant for you. And you were called here to be free. No more being bound to any specific lineage. It's given even seeding a whole nother tree. Because you the tree that you came from, you were a seed, right? And if you detach away from that and you're planted, you're rerouting somewhere else, you can establish a whole nother tree, beloved. For somebody, I'm hearing, can you believe it? Can you see it for yourself? Stay hopeful, pray, and have faith. This symbol keeps coming back to me. So I don't know if in your family tree this dis-ease in the body is something that's prominent. You could be called to do something with that. Maybe that's why they're saying healthy eating. Healing addictions, whether it's with food, whether it's other things that could make you prone to its manifestation. Some people, you don't have to be like a smoker for that to manifest, right? It could come in childhood. It's people are born with different manifestations of that ailment. For some reason, they won't let me say the word. I can point to it, but I can't speak it. So maybe if you have gotten a prognosis or a diagnosis, maybe it's like don't even speak the fact of accepting it, right? It's given like always saying that you are healed. That you are healed, that you are whole, you are complete. There's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. And staying in that mindset, in that frequency, in that resonance. As you know and believe, like permeated through and through, that you are healed, that you have life and longevity, It's given that your spirit team will bless you with vitality, right? You will be made whole, and you can do it in a manner that just like blows people's socks. Like, how did they heal from that? The doctor said that they only had X amount of, you know, time left trying to identify something for you. And the spirit said, no, that may not be what's for you. You're not like everybody else. Especially when you believe and you proclaim healing and wholeness over yourself. Right? You are eating things that feed the body. There's so many herbs and there's so many, ways of naturopathy that we can do to actually reset the body and put it back into the place or the state where it can heal itself. It knows what to do. I always mix up the enzyme that rewrites, corrects errors. Is I can't remember it right now, but I know I posted it to the community page a while back. But we know that RNA help synthesize the proteins that create your DNA. And as DNA is replicating itself, there's enzymes within the DNA that when an error is made, right, it can go back, it can erase that error, and it can rewrite it correctly, right? So, and it's giving me that card that said automatic writing. Your body does this. It's always writing code. It's always correcting itself. So to go into the state of always allow yourself to be from a state of correction. Accept correction. And it's given accept correction often and accept correction early. You will be celebrating the correction of things in your life. Like the healing. It happens all the time. So to really put yourself in that mindset. My body is always healing. I am always changing. I am powerful, right? I have the ability to rewrite the narrative. And those things be true because it's always happening within you. So if you also need to heal your throat chakra, you can look at some of the other laws that govern the body, that govern the vessel, and you can operate on those laws. You tell yourself the truth. I have the power to rewrite my story. I have the power to reorganize and recreate myself. It's happening all the time. And it's happening unconsciously. You are not aware of it. You don't need to pay attention to it. It just happens naturally, beloved. Something with remote viewing is here. And we see psychocartography. What is that? I'm really definitely cluing in on the map and looking at something deeper. You're being called to explore connections to places through the land, ley lines and meridians, latitudinal latitudinal and longitudinal matrices. By reading about the land, you can receive and understand the message of the land. I don't know if somebody needs to go somewhere. I really picked up on ley lines in like powerful places. You could be called to take a vacation, take a trip to go somewhere to a certain ley line where I don't know if it's where you would derive more power, whether it's something with your birth chart where you are, have a or lineage, a connection to this place. Maybe you grounding, maybe it's the food that you need to eat that will help heal you. For some reason, we've been like really, look, crystal healing is here too. And we were talking about the power of your palm chakras, your hand chakras, and we see palmistry coming through. So it's definitely something with the hands. And look, we're seeing crystal healing. And look how she's out in nature. I'm seeing her being somewhere that has a powerful ley line, right? And you having your crystals is even thinking about holistic healing through the body. It's doing a cleansing. It's doing a flush. It's really supporting your system with live, nutrient rich and dense foods, things that really help the body, It's giving antioxidants. It's giving deep cellular healing. It's giving supporting even your RNA, that which helps, synthesize the proteins so that your DNA can heal itself, right? And the cells can regenerate in a proper fashion and really kind of like snuffing out disease in the body. Like your body will go to work. You have your immune system, which is like all these little mini warriors and fighters within you, and they know what to do. Unfortunately, the things that we put into our cells suppress our system, and therefore the body cannot respond the way that it needs to. It's staying in survivor energy instead of moving you into thrivership, back into balance, into homeostasis. Yeah. See, it's keeping you from growth. Definitely something getting you, trying to make you act out of character. Mood swings, irrational. But we're going to pick up and see where the spirit takes us on the evening message. We definitely are a little bit over. We're going to have to do some OT to make up our time. But this message felt important, especially when they started pulling on health issues. You know what I mean? So I'm not for sure who that's for. Again, if you've got any communication or prognosis that might seem grim, you could be thinking about other ways to heal the body, right? Some people could be against it. Oh, that's pseudo medicine. But is it really? Everything was put here on Earth, on Gaia, for our longevity, right? So that we can reach our highest. Like everything that you would need. And depending on your theology, your religion, it says that. I know the one that I cut our teeth on, we cut our teeth on, Christian. In Genesis, it says that everything was already put here, right? So you can look back to that. I don't know why. I'm getting something, and I don't want to trigger anybody. And I am not a doctor, right? I cannot give out health advice. That's not my role. So I would never tell a person who is dealing with this, like whether you should do chemo, whether you should do radiation, whether you should do any of that. That hit my gut. But it could be for somebody that's considering their options, right? That's what I'm picking up. And you may be trying to figure out, what do I do? First, giving up is not an option. It is, but we don't recommend it. It's automatically telling yourself your body is healing constantly, all the time. Your body can correct itself, it can heal itself, it can rewrite itself. It does it naturally. How do you support that? What do you do to support it? What do you need to eat? What do you need to drink? How do you get your nutrients so that your body can heal itself? Chemotherapy kills your cells. It kills the good ones too. That's why people get so sick on chemo. It's not just killing the cancer cells, it's killing the good ones too. Right? It really does a number on you. And I can't say what you should or you shouldn't do, but the spirit is guiding me to tell you to look into other options. Things that come from the earth. Like there are things that you can do, how you can feed your body, how you can reset you, how you can heal you. So if this energy does have you acting irrational, tell yourself the truth. Calm down the body, calm down the system, so that you can come back into balance and you can heal yourself. Is it going to be easy? No. No. But is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I don't know who that last part is for, so take it into your spirit. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you or advise you to do anything, beloved. So that's your choice that you would have to make. You would have to clarify that situation, right? And make sure that you're moving in a way that makes sense to you. But I'm getting, I don't know. I just get, I'm just hearing trust in the Most High God is powerful. Yeah, look, wise counsel. Go talk to somebody. Go talk to somebody. Thank you to all of you who are tapping in. Look, I'm getting fresh ideas. Look, a worthy goal, healing, right on target, and fresh ideas. See, look, look. Veronica is making me want to cry because there's so many people who have left their testimony for healing diseases in the body that's as serious as this through nutrition, through juicing. Like coming away from meat diets and mucus inducing foods, whether it's dairy, whether it's eggs, whether that's meat based, right? And it's like, even going raw, where they eat foods that are warmed and cooked by the sun. They are, active, they are live, they are electrical, right? We are so nutrient deficient. It's not even funny. The soil has been depleted. We talking about stardust and soil. The soil is depleted. So even when we buy veggies from the grocery store, they're not nutritious because the soil doesn't have anything in it. We are so far away from working in the natural law, the natural order of things. You can't have industrialized agriculture and expect for the soil to stay nutrient rich, right? The natives that operated this land before colonization knew that you had to change your lot. You can't continue to plant in the same land and harvest from that same plot and expect to get nutrients. They are reduced with every harvest. So how do you return those nutrients back to the land? It's different ways that we do it. You should do it, but we don't live in that place. So that's what I'm getting. Somebody may be called to move, like physically move and go somewhere where you can be supported by the food. Like, you have land, you can grow nutrient rich food, you can get the things that you need. Like, we've been harvesting seeds from certain things. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But see, like, they have to have the support to do it. And then we are so, I'm gonna say the word, is gluttonous in our consumption. You know how much food that we waste? Like how much you don't really need to put on your plate? Like we eat way too much. There's nothing that says we have to have 3 meals a day. There's nothing that said that breakfast is something that you have to have a bowl of cereal, some milk, a banana, some toast, some bacon. No, that is completely against the way that your body works. The way that you break a fast, no. How often do you fast? Right? Are you fasting for 10, 12 hours a day? Right? If you sleep for 8, that's an 8-hour fast. How many hours do you eat before you go to bed? How many hours do you eat after you wake up? What are the first things that you're putting in your body to wake your gut up? Right? It's so much with that. Yeah. The industry, they tell us they want us to be consumers. They want you to act out of emotion. They want you to be like, oh, that shit look good. Oh, it look good. I gotta have one. What? It just pulled on your emotion. You didn't want that cheeseburger. We love cheeseburgers. I'm just saying. But think about it. One of our one of the roles we played, we were a trainer, right? We were a trainer and we were in the mortgage industry, and it was talking about advertisement. If y'all look how they put together commercials, half of that shit ain't even food. They use milk to, I mean, glue to mimic milk because milk shows up blue on the camera, right? Everything is held together with toothpicks. The shit is not even fucking cooked. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole trick on your mental to make you feel something, to want something, to trigger an emotion within you, to make you go get it. They want you to be a consumer, not a producer, right? So you are feeding their need and their agenda in order to just make profits and make money at your own demise. I ordered pizza and wings. Oh, that sounds good though. Look, look, but that's it though. I mean, like the body is like craving it because we got these little bacteria in here that's like, yeah. But once you detoxify the gut and you reset it, it's all about, okay, how do I come out of that reset? What am I feeding the body and be very mindful and conscious of that and continue down that track. That takes discipline and it takes commitment, especially when you're in an environment where all you see on TV is these burgers. You drive up the street, all you see is fast food. Life is moving so fast. Do you have the time it takes to live a healthy lifestyle? For the most part, people will say no. People feel like they don't even have the money to do it. I can't just live off fruits and vegetables. Like, that costs so much. But when we think about what we're spending in other places, could you sacrifice to do it? Absolutely. It's all about what you are prioritizing, right? And health is the first wealth. So, what should our greatest investment be in? Is being healthy. It's being keeping this whole. Why? Because it is the thing that enshrines the soul. First law of nature is self-preservation. If you are not preserving you, then you already out of order. So what is the law of attraction going to do for you? That's why I said I'm getting violations, right? I'm picking up violating other laws. This is the 7 spiritual laws of success. Right, y'all can see this book been through it. When I open it up, look, when I say look, it's been through it. This is the law of detachment that we study on quite frequently. But if we just run through the contents, you can hear the laws and see how are you operating on them. Are you missing any? The first one is the law of pure potentiality. Do you believe that everything is possible? Any and everything can exist. So whatever they showed you in your spiritual eye, it happened. You just did it. Can you sit in it? Can you play in it? Can you vibrate with it? Can you resonate it? Can you play that role, beloved, just for the fuck of it? Because you know it can and it exists. If you will it, you see it, you can will it, it can happen. The law of giving. So many people are takers. Like, you just want to get something for yourself, but you didn't give anything. I offer everything. I've given all things to the Most High God. Why? Because it gives me all things. I'm already in giving and receiving. You give and receive just by breathing. You're giving carbon dioxide. The trees are giving you oxygen. It's natural. But can you go further with it? Can you be mindful about it? The law of karma, cause and effect. What you give out, you get back. Again, if I give everything up, I'm getting everything back. I'm resonating with the highest frequency of delight, so I'm attracting things that bring joy and delight to my life. The law of least effort. Are you doing too much? You don't have to force it, beloveds. You attract it. You are magnetic. The grass doesn't try to grow, it just grows, right? It grows in the correct environment for it to grow. It knows when to stop growing. I live in the Midwest. We automatically know that the grass doesn't grow after Thanksgiving. That's like the last cut to the mid or end of November. That's the last cut. Why? Because the grass knows inherently that's it. We're not growing anymore. We're going into dormancy so that we can learn everything that we were exposed to over the last season. It brought us information. We're going to learn from it. We're going to evolve. We're going to adapt for the next season. Right? The next one is intention and desire. That's the intent and desire to evolve and to grow, to adapt, to be stronger for the next season. Reaching my highest potentiality. That's it. Very simple. Law of detachment. I'm not going to be attached to how it could happen. The spirit gave me this vision. I know that it can come true. I'm giving like, yeah, okay, green light, I accept it. I'm giving you my faith. You're returning the vision onto us. It's syncopating, cause and effect. I'm getting the highest. I ain't got to do too much to get it. I know the intention and desire. I'm going to hold it. I'm not attached to how the spirit does it. It could bring it to me in a multitude of ways. Like, it's an infinity of pathways that spirit can bring in this manifestation. And I'm not going to be attached to anyone. Because if it doesn't look like how I think it should look like, then I could miss the opportunity. The next one is chapter 7. It's the law of Dharma. And we said that at the end of the day, what is that flame? What is that desire? What is the purpose? Why are you here? For somebody, your dharma is to change something in your lineage. Maybe not even grow another branch off your family tree. You could be separating, be replanting somewhere else, rerooting, and establish a whole new tree. A whole new tree. It's so many laws that we need to work on, and these laws are powerful. If you feel like your manifestations are not coming through, dig deeper. Detachment is huge. Fear means you want to hold on. You want to hold on to your attachments. You want to keep them. You want to stay in control. The card on mindful messages is unlimited. You are unlimited. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and the things that you focus on. Let's just be mindful. Let's get one or two since we kind of down this road. I can't leave you like that. Projecting. What are you projecting? You are the projector. We project our thoughts. We project our emotions, right? We even think about the world based on how we see it. It's not necessarily what it truly really is. It's how you perceive it. Rather than reacting, and then we say somebody wanted you to be emotional. So think about the card that they just pulled. Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember that no one is to blame. This could just be the pathway that the spirit is taking you so that you can manifest the highest desires, that your purpose can be revealed. Nobody is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. I have to take ownership and accountability over my feelings. And when you get deep, you learn you get to choose how you feel about it. I can choose whether I'm going to get 0 fucks, 10 fucks, or negative fucks. Like, it's like that. Like, it's so deep. Like, that shit is in a negative. Like, I'm not even at 0. I'm at a negative 10 on that shit. Like, it's so far from my focus. Like, what? I didn't even notice it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It says, when someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me, I have the choice in how I respond. I have the choice. I can choose whether I'm gonna get mad and fly off the rail if I pay attention to it, if I just like dismiss it as no me importa. It's not important. For what? Somebody is definitely Hispanic because it came out Jesus and now we speaking Spanish over here, okay? It's giving that. Or I could be all the way on plus 15. It could have took me all the way up out my square. It just completely obliterated my calm, my serene. Oh yeah, that's completely. I done gave all of that up. You know how much power that is to give to a person. You could choose to withhold all of that. You could look at that as like, that's interesting. Out of all the choices, that's the one you made. Great. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm response able at the end of the day. I get to choose. You lied, you snuck, you did whatever the fuck. I get to choose. I get to choose to move away, to restart, to replant, to reroot. Something that's stable for me so that I can reach my highest potentiality. Why? Because the spirit already gave me a vision. And I received it and I believe it. To the next now, this one's done. I love y'all so much. I shade but love it. I love you just like I love me because that's my capacity. It's giving something like when somebody needs some nosy kisses or something like that. I don't know who that's for, but I send it out to you energetically, right? Expand your consciousness. Yes, response able. Absolutely. We are always response able. We can't always control what happens. We're not in control. Those things we are beyond our control. But we can respond and we are able to do so. Grow and expand on a daily. Thank you so much for doing that over here with your girl Lati. Hopefully becoming your favorite channel messenger week. I love you just like I love the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the ending, that which has the last say so. So remember it when people trying to give you their own fucking diagnosis and prognosis. Okay? The Most High has the last word. So therefore, if you choose to go at it a different way, that is your choice to make, Ashe. I love you just like that because they called us all to be the infinite intelligence breathing. Because the word still lives, beloved, and is moving. So manage how you're speaking. It's something about throat chakra. Be careful. To the next now. This was done. Ashe.